Hey, what's up guys? Sean back with another video. We got mail order brides, something that I'm very curious about because I think that this is going to be a hilarious documentary and I just can't wait to check it out. I hope you guys like it. It's not down my typical alley of videos I watch, but I'm just going to try something different. I'm curious. I want to see how this works. Like, how much does it cost to order a woman off Amazon? That's what I'm trying to figure out here today. So let's get right into it.
To ask you a very simple question, but what is love?
People try to define that for the longest time.
Love is when you can look in each other's eyes and just know she's gonna be there for you.
Okay, I jokingly said BJ's, but honestly, if you had to ask my real definition of love, I would say it's willing to put yourself in harm's way for someone else's happiness. At least that's how I feel about it.
It's that feeling of I can't live without her. I don't want to live without her.
It's a good one.
Want to be with someone, take care of someone, be close with someone.
Finding someone you can be compatible with and be committed to.
You just don't pop out of things in a wedding dress. I mean, they pop out of things in all kinds of other dresses, but not a wedding gown. This music's killing me.
I do want to be married, so I got looking on the internet, and of course, you can find anything on the internet. My name's Travis.
Why did that thing auto-populate mail order Asians? That was like one of the first things up there. That's insanity.
Needham, from Plain, Wisconsin, 38 years old.
So how many cows are you getting up today?
About 170, 175. I don't know the exact number. I know it's.
You make enough money milking cows for matrimony? That's insane. He must be making some pretty damn good money out there.
A lot more than I want to milk.
I haven't really dated a lot of girls, other than one, and let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Where are all the women in this town? There's a lot of guys. I could think of 6 single women off the top of my head, and probably most are divorcees.
Around here,
That's it? 6? Damn, they must live in a small town, but also that's easy pickings for the milking guy. We had a field trip to one of those places where they were milking cows. This cow took a dump, it splattered all over us kids. Not a good experience from my childhood.
I wouldn't take it as a
you don't got time.
personal thing. It's just there's not a lot of women here. It's almost like living with the Eskimos, you know?
Kind of
Meeting someone from overseas, I felt like if I could meet the right one, that she might be more serious about actually building a relationship and giving it the time we would need. My name is Eric Ireton. I'm a mechanical engineer. I live in San Antonio, Texas. I'm 45.
What's your favorite gun? You have it in there?
Go figure, the guy with the NRA hat and shirt on in the next scene is all about his guns, and women from Ukraine, apparently. They're trying to get out of a war-torn country. But this is an older documentary, so I don't think any of that was going on at that point.
Favorite gun? I don't know. It's hard to have a favorite. 357 Magnum. The first handgun I bought. Got my 12-gauge shotgun, AK-47, AR-15, little 22 caliber with a 20-gauge shotgun over/under.
When was your last serious relationship? Like, here?
I've never had one.
This guy just showed us all his damn guns like he's gonna go on a black op for a bride. Damn, buddy. You trying to scare everybody off like you're some kind of damn serial killer?
ID Army and a few of these other regular dating sites never worked for me.
My name's Bobby Cannon. I'm 46, and I work in human resources for the federal government.
and my views are mine alone, not the government's. So this is the living room. This is where I spend most of the day when I'm at home. Got some of my collection. I tend to be a little bit shy, so I don't meet a lot of folks for relationship purposes. And
How many of you women saw those ray guns and were just instantly turned on? Because I'm going to guess there was maybe like half of one of you.
to be honest, I'm a little bit heavier. So that is something that is a real negative in the United States.
Fat phobe.
I hated dating. I got on your popular sites, and my first 5 dates lasted less than 5 minutes. All 5 of them. I'm Ron Kirby. I'm from North Carolina in Pinehurst. I married my childhood sweetheart. Met her when she was 12. I was 13. Got married at 18. 3 kids by 26. We were married for 28 years. If there was one...
Also, the only thing they didn't try, like they went through all the websites, I think there's one called Farmers Only, and I think that guy that milks cows would be perfect for that one.
thing missing in our marriage. It was this. I felt taken advantage of. I got frustrated with American women. So I typed into Google something about Russian brides. A foreign affair came up.
Welcome to the fascinating world of a foreign affair, where true love knows no boundaries. My name is John Adams, president of A Foreign Affair, and I would like to
Boy, this guy just screams pimp from Germany, apparently.
thank you for taking the time to learn more about this exciting and very real process of finding your special someone.
You look at John Adams, and John, if you're looking at this, don't get mad at me, but he's an average guy. He isn't the best looking guy in the world. He's got a little bit of a pooch, like he said, and yet it worked for him.
I was lucky enough to find my Russian bride several years ago with the assistance of A Foreign Affair, and I
don't even think she looks Russian. Like, he might have found her in the U.S. and just set this up to scam guys out of money.
assure you that it can work for you as well.
So then you have to say, if it worked for John, you know, certainly maybe it could work for me.
She's kind of cute. Cute.
Are you going up to somebody else's wives now?
Awesome.
Sick puppy.
A foreign affair is really just an international version of any kind of local dating service that you would go to online in order to try to meet someone. Only we focus more on the international sector.
All you do is find the computers, you can register, and you can start meeting people from everywhere.
I'm pretty sure this is what's called a passport bro, right? Isn't that the thing that's going on right now? Guys are going abroad to find wives because they just think all you Americanized women are ruined or they just can't deal with you. I don't know. It's some kind of mentality like that.
Was lucky enough to meet Tanya through a foreign affair, actually. So, yeah, I'm a great example of how it can work, and it does work.
I mean, what happens when you're lucky enough to meet the love of your life? Over here. That's Sean. You're lucky enough to meet the love of your life. It produces a little slow over your time, but he's gonna wake up and get that coffee going.
I met John when I was 27, and when I was 29, I moved to United States. I came from St. Petersburg, Russia. John saying, it's my first marriage and your last. So yeah, it's the second one.
Okay, so Buddy is having a do-over. He just went abroad because I guess he couldn't deal with any more Americans. That one woman ruined him from a whole country. Imagine that.
The internet really changed the way we date, both internationally and domestically.
When the men do go to the site, they have to register on the site. And then they can start writing letters to the women. You gotta pay for letters because it will actually translate letters for you and get them to the women and get the replies back for you.
$10? I can Google Translate this shit. How many lonely guys are out here that I could make $10 off of? We get 20 of them together, that's $200 in a day. Just to Google Translate.
I got on the AFA website and I started getting some letters from some women in Ukraine.
Taylor Swift.
I really didn't even know what Ukraine was.
The women there are just gorgeous. Found 10 women that I really liked, so I started writing to them. All 10 wrote back.
We always preach that you should actually get on a plane and go over and meet these women in person, because that's the only way anything's ever going to happen for you if you want something to happen for you.
I feel like half of these women were stolen from Baywatch or some kind of pinup calendar. And you're going to get over and you just got catfish from across the world, buddy.
A romance tour is absolutely amazing. It is the best experience that you'll ever have.
We're going to 3 separate cities during the tour: Odessa, Mykolaiv, and Kherson. It starts in New York at JFK. Everybody's meeting for the first time. Everybody's kind of sizing everybody else up.
It's kind of like a road trip if you're in a fraternity in a way, but it has a purpose, of course, which a road trip does not.
I don't really feel it's like it's my last chance, but I just didn't want to be alone anymore, and nothing was happening around here.
That makes sense. Nobody wants to be alone. But also, if it starts in New York, I wonder how many people just kind of opted out because some lady on the corner hollered at them and gave them a better price, if you know what I'm saying.
Why would anybody else spend this kind of money to find a wife?
There's a lot of faith involved in this. It has to be. Because you're asking men, look, fork over a few $1,000s, take a couple of weeks out of your schedule, and come over with us.
I want to go abroad. Let's say it that way. I want to travel. I couldn't get on a plane. I was too damn fat. But now, I think I can fly. I think I'm there. I won't take up 2 seats anymore.
That's ours, I believe.
All right, guys, we made it. Welcome to Odessa, Ukraine. You can watch the guys on the bus, and they're kind of looking around out the window, and they're like, wow. There's a little bit of apprehension, a little bit of fear, maybe, a little bit of all.
There's our 5-minute king right there, ladies. And he just turned you on?
These things going through their minds, because it's not the easiest process in the world.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Mother.
All right, guys, we're going to get started here with this orientation. You know, social it's not a cocktail party. It's a great opportunity to meet a lot of different people at one time, right? It's all about moving around as much as possible to try to meet as many different people as possible.
You didn't tell me that this started off with an incel convention, but also, I'm thinking $10 a pop. How many messages have they sent? I'm looking at a cool 20 grand sitting right there at least. So this guy's probably rolling in the money just from people clicking send.
The first big event of this whole tour is the social. That's what everybody's looking forward to. So everybody is ready for that.
I don't have any expectations. My plans are to shake the hands of every single woman there tonight.
I'm Ron. I am Ron. And I am Ron.
This is a really weird kind of party. We've got people like reenacting the mummy. We got a guy who's obsessed with shaking hands instead of shaking something else. This party's off the chain, man. We need to go here.
I really want to welcome you all for coming. It's really important that if you see someone that you like, don't be shy. Just go up to him and say, hey, can I talk to you? I guarantee you that the men are more shy than you are.
It was like being a kid in a candy store. I wasn't really quite sure how to handle it.
So my job is to go around and encourage the men to be as proactive as they possibly can and talk to as many women as they possibly can and have a good time at the same time. We had 2.
Better be careful with that one, buddy. Instead of like a cavity in a candy store, you might end up catching something else if they're a little too fast.
210 women at that social, 20 guys, a 10-to-1 ratio. Welcome to paradise.
For me, it's been very nerve-wracking. A lot of beautiful women, and not like that at home.
And they just can't believe that these women are interested in them because they're used to the situation at home where nobody's interested in them.
Face sitting is a crazy first impression, but she's going home with somebody. Let's just be honest. One of these guys was not prepared for what just happened, and he's all kinds of ready to marry that lady.
These women believe in family first, not career first, family first. I'll tell you, it's like dating a girl from the 50s. It's like dating my mom.
Ew. We should, like, use our words a little better. Like, I'm very blunt and very just speak my mind. But dating your mom? What the hell kind of farmbo stuff is this?
I can speak in front of 3,000 people. But getting on that dance floor, that makes me nervous. You gonna do it? Growing up Southern Baptist, I've never danced. If I find the right one, I might.
I've been trying to be realistic in my search. I'm in pretty good shape for my age, but I can certainly feel my age in the last 3 years. Would you like to dance? I want someone that still loves me for me, you know, when I'm not as viral, when I am starting to fall apart. You know.
Okay, he's getting up there and he's like, I need to find somebody to take care of me real quick. But at the same time, he seems like he had some kind of manners. He held her hand, walked her to the dance floor. He asked, even though he's nervous, but I would say getting out of your comfort zone will cause a lot more growth than anything else. And you're definitely looking for growth. That's why we ended up here.
You know, and I wouldn't mind falling apart with someone.
My name is Ron.
My name is Serena.
So you speak English? And how old are you?
It's a secret.
Well, that's important.
Yes, yes.
If they're 25 years younger than me, then they're not going to be falling apart with me.
He's looking for 25 years younger. Does he want a daughter or a wife? Which one is this?
Tell me about the woman that you met. What happened when you met her? Instant sparks. Yeah, I can't explain it. Even though she speaks very little English and I speak no Russian, it was just instant sparks.
That's a bonus. You don't gotta even talk that much. You can do other things to explain yourself. Like, what? I'm totally kidding. I just pissed off every woman that's watching this.
Her name's Victoria. We met at the social, danced for a while, talked for a while. Never left her side till late the next afternoon to go to the hotel, freshen up, and went back and spent more time with her. In a perfect world, this would just keep going as awesome and wonderful as it's been. And if it keeps going in the direction that it is, I plan on being engaged before I leave.
I'm actually happy for that guy, because I felt bad when they were like, there's 6 single women in our whole town. So he needed something like this. This guy, he's okay to go over and look abroad for a wife, in my opinion. The other guys, just because they're striking out, going abroad kind of like creeps me out a little bit. But to each their own. I'm not going to judge you for it, but I am going to like crack a lot of jokes.
Okay, guys, I'm glad to see that you all survived Odessa so far. So now that you have one social under your belt, you have a little better idea how to manipulate and maneuver in the social. In Mykolaiv, the social will be held at a nightclub. It's called the Illusion. Right, when you're dating, you know that could be appropriate, right? You guys have fun with it.
The illusion is appropriate. Also, if the first word you use is manipulate the situation, this just kind of gives me the wrong idea with how this is going.
And hopefully, you're going to find that one woman that you can really connect with. We arrive at the social at 5 o'clock, and it's jammed. I mean, there are women everywhere. Guys are making time in the line. I mean, they're talking to the girls, and the girls aren't even in yet. They got their coats still on. They got one social under their belt. They're veterans now. They're not rookies anymore. They know what they're doing. The beginnings of another social.
veterans from one little party? I guess that could have just loosened them up, or this just could be some liquid courage rocking on right here.
How do they do that? Did you see that?
I've been to Ukraine on 6 different trips, and I walk into the social. Of course, I'm always uncomfortable because there's a lot of people in that room, and there's a lot of beautiful women in that room.
6 times and you still ain't found a wife? I think you're pretty bad at this, because these women are throwing themselves at you guys. Like, I'd be surprised if you didn't walk out of here with about 5 wives. You're just convert right away. You're like, I'm Mormon all of a sudden. I'm bringing all of them home.
So the hardest part for me is to just start with the first one. And I take my interpreter and we start walking the room. There, sitting at this table by herself, is a very tall, beautiful girl with long blonde hair.
She is tall.
Меня зовут Инна, я живу в городе Полтава. Сидела, ко мне подошел Эрик. Мы начали общаться с переводчицей.
She fit all of the criteria that I kind of went on this trip with.
Очень серьезен. Мне сложно сказать. Мне он понравился, но я понимала, что человек переживает. И как-то пыталась даже там что-то там пошутить, но...
We talked for quite a long time, and she was definitely interested in the possibility of what it could turn into.
Some of these guys just haven't
There you go, killer. 6 times the charm, apparently.
dated in a long time. And these passions and these feelings that I don't think they've felt for years and years. And all of a sudden they're really just exploring it all over again.
I'm skeptical on this. Having talked to some of the translators here, when I've asked them, tell me what percentage of the women here are truly in their heart interested in finding a man, being married. I mean, they're giving me some really low numbers. Do you have any children?
Low numbers? I thought it was going to be way higher. Or are they just there for the fun of it all? I don't know. Is that how it works? Or guys don't just go out and club with you guys over there? That's a little confusing to me, because I think most guys would be in there for the fun too, because most guys are.
Okay, I'm looking for someone with no children. I've certainly not met anyone age appropriate for me.
You've now survived 2 socials. I congratulate all of you for going to the 3rd and final social here in Kherson. It's going to be over before you know it. Nothing really matters. Just go up, talk to whoever you want to talk to, make something happen. I mean, don't sit there and be shy. Just go up and do it, because you'll probably never see her again anyway. She lives in the Ukraine. This is your opportunity. This is it.
I mean, yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so might as well shoot, go for it.
It's the last city, and I'm down to 1. To be honest, this is probably the one that my eye always came back to. Her name is Julia. She works in a travel agency. Incredibly beautiful. We've been writing to each other for, it's got to be 7-8 months now. We'll meet at the social. I'm coming to basically try to sweep her off her feet.
Do you have pictures of her?
Yeah.
Let's see.
How old is she?
26. She was a little bit under my target age.
Is that a BlackBerry? Also, I think that's how we could tell how old this is. Hold on.
This is the one from...
Okay, Angelina Jolie, apparently. That's who he's into.
A website where she looks like Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Told you.
She does.
How can you go wrong there?
Yeah, this guy's trying to turn into the Womb Raider with Angelina Jolie.
Just waiting, this last hour and a half of wait is just driving me up a wall. Something a little special. All the other guys, they go out and buy roses. I wanted to get something that would last, hopefully as long as the relationship.
Oh my god, I almost bought one of those like little $20 glass rose things, and now I'm just convinced it would break in the mail.
So, one gold rose.
Exactly. Mine was purple.
Hopefully it gets through this and everything will be okay.
Yep, that's what it was called too, the Forever Rose. Me and this guy apparently had the same idea and little cheap gifts.
I'll be either really happy or really sad. This is like prom for old guys. That's the way I'm looking at it, which is nice since I never went to proms.
Nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Every time I see someone with black hair walk in the door, my heart goes, oh, no, it's not her. Oh, not her.
Also, I would think a sit-down dinner would probably be a better way to get to know somebody than blasting music in a club. That just wouldn't work as well.
When I did my search, I looked for certain specific things. I like women that have black hair, blue eyes, people that are smart, that are independent, someone that's going to make me want to be a better me.
What is this, build a bride, or are we just looking for like a person we can match with and like have something in common with, or are we just going to pick somebody based on traits?
Your climactic moment is going to happen any minute.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I hope not.
When the guys come over, they have their own set of expectations, which may be on target and may not be on target. They think, oh, gee, I've been writing to Irina, Svetlana, Elena. I've been writing to all these women, and they write to me, and I wrote to them. I told them I was coming over, and maybe that works, and maybe that doesn't.
You'll be waiting for her all answer. No, she doesn't come. We'll go in and have a few drinks.
Oh, this poor guy sitting out there waiting for her. Is she really going to stand him up? I wonder if he just got catfished and he just sent her all this money beforehand. But if you are going to catfish somebody out of some money, I'd probably pick that guy too, because he looks like he's got some Bitcoin. Positivity.
Hi.
Bumblebee.
Are the women checking in with you too? Oh, okay. No English. Perfect. I thought she was going to show up. I really did. So I made sure I was staying off by myself because I didn't want to have to fend off other women trying to keep them away while I'm trying to wait for her. You know, I wanted to come in here to this place to meet this person, and now we don't.
This poor guy just bet the farm on her. He was like, I want this woman. This is the only one for me. Probably shut himself out of meeting a bunch of other people that could have been his soulmate. You never know. Because he didn't really talk to anybody, I'm guessing, because he was so obsessed with Angelina Jolie and the Tomb Raider, whatever.
I don't know what's going on.
So how are you feeling?
It's like anybody would feel. Definitely not good. So I had a conversation with John this morning. He said, you know, the lady I'm talking to online, the lady I'm writing to, works full-time in a tourist agency Monday through Friday, half a day Saturdays, and isn't a student. And the person that Max is talking to is a student half-time. I said, you know, I've been writing to this lady, you know, we're almost daily for months now. Email.
Almost daily for months, $10 a pop. That shit's gonna add up real quick. And I'm pretty sure one lady has got about probably a dozen of these guys on the hook. I wonder if they get a cut from the website, because that would be a brilliant business model. Not very ethical, but brilliant at the same time.
Emails are $10 a pop, going and coming.
Jesus Christ!
So I'm probably out 10 grand. My biggest fear is that it was a scam. That she's writing to 50 or 60 guys, and she's getting a cut of the fees for the emails going back and forth. John said he's concerned about that too, so he's trying to find out what's really going on.
Bro, I am so sure that this guy just gave away, like him getting a new car or something, just to message this woman for the thought. You could have just watched some of her damn movies and pretended if that was the case.
They finally got a hold of Julia, and she is supposed to be coming here in about half an hour for our first date.
Okay.
I have to go in there, approaching it like she's honest and all that, and hoping that I'm not being screwed. So, and it's been hours. I've been sitting here thinking the same thing over and over. How do I know?
Okay, since I've called it pretty good so far, I'm going to guess he's the one that wrote the most and she made the most money off of, but she couldn't show up to the group thing because, listen to me here, all the guys are here that she's been talking to. So she's got to get them alone after the fact so she can convince them that she's still in this for love, and they'll keep messaging her, and she's got to be getting a cut. That's just how I see this going.
How do you know? How do you tell? Hi. Welcome. We've been writing for about 7-8 months now. I was wondering what your feeling is on the relationship.
Вот сейчас, когда вы уже 7 месяцев переписывались, что вы думаете по поводу ваших отношений? А вы как? What do you think?
We've been writing for so long, I was hoping that we'd be able to move on. I came here to see you. That's the only reason I came, was to see if you wanted to move maybe further in the relationship.
Do you feel like she was the woman that was writing to you?
I had some questions and doubts because
She doesn't know who the hell you are, buddy, but they got all 4 of them at the table, so this is just romantic as could be, you know? It's a very, very romantic situation to have everyone sitting there and speaking to a translator, but at the same time, I feel like the translators are probably the ones writing the damn messages.
As the pictures I showed her were pictures of things that she's seen before. The house, the yard, my work.
Люди в черном. People in black.
NASA. This is actually pictures from the last shuttle launch.
Wow.
If she wasn't the one writing the letters, does it matter?
It would have, and it probably should. But what I don't want to do is for me to overthink and cause the problem that isn't really there.
You're an idiot. There's a big problem if she's the one not even talking to you. Because at that point, you're just a lick. Like, you're just somebody that she could make some money off of. Or, like, you're setting yourself up for failure, really. Not understandably, I understand why they want out of their country and they want to come to the U.S. So I'm not mad at the women at all in this circumstance. But the guys should know better than to get into this with somebody that's not actually in it to love you. And I think the percentage of ones that are actually in it to love you, probably under 5%. Maybe that's what that lady meant earlier.
Because, honestly, I can't get this girl out of my mind. Do you want to come to America and marry me?
Поедете в Америку, выйдете за меня замуж. Двигаться в заданном направлении. Let's move into this direction.
Okay.
Да, можно. Can I, please?
Did you get her email address?
No. Got to still go through the service because I need to have the translations. So we'll go through that. I can ask her through that if she wants to give me her email address. I don't know if she has one. Didn't even think to ask.
I don't care how old this damn thing is. You better ask Jeeves or something. Somebody could translate this besides them, and you have to pay them all this money. She's got to be getting a cut. There's no shot.
A little preoccupied.
You're engaged.
I'm engaged.
Did he bring a ring?
They're not that fucking friendly. They're not. I'm just, now that I'm leaving, that's how I feel. No, I don't think most of the people here like Americans particularly. You take a woman from the Ukraine, and you have to overcome the language barrier if she doesn't speak excellent English. More importantly, you have to overcome the cultural difference. But would I come back to the Ukraine or anywhere to look for a bride?
I think Mr. Abercrombie and Fitch right here is the damn problem. If he scared off every woman in the US in under 5 minutes, and now he thinks that whole other countries just aren't friendly because he couldn't hit, I think he's the damn problem.
No.
I met one girl that I really liked, so we probably spent about a total of 3 hours actually face to face.
Я достаточно просто четко понимаю, что бы я хотела, чтобы в своих отношениях, какого бы я хотела мужчину. Мужчина в первую очередь это должен быть какая-то надежность.
Okay, so she's looking for a John Deere, not really a husband. She wants reliable.
Но есть какие-то свои качества, которые я бы хотела видеть.
4-wheel drive.
I was only hoping that this would happen. I never dreamed that it actually would.
Да?
Yeah. Really don't want to leave. Kind of have to. Really rough leaving Victoria here. I'll try to keep in constant contact with her. Hopefully Skype a lot, talk on the phone.
Anything else you want to say before you say goodbye to Victoria?
Too emotional, I can't.
I'm pretty torn up.
Yeah, very.
So you're gonna be...
I'm actually happy for him. I wanted him to win because his whole situation, one girlfriend his whole life, it seemed kind of sad. I don't know. I was 600 damn pounds, and I've had way more than one girlfriend in my damn life.
Okay.
I don't know, we'll see.
It's so hard to tell you who I think will be successful because to me, if someone comes over, has a wonderful time, it opens their eyes, that's a successful time. But as far as finding that one woman and getting married, if you define that as success, that's really hard to tell because this is real life. This isn't controlled. They're all adults. We're introducing, and whatever happens, happens.
Okay, where's Victoria? Damn, Buddy's really living that farm life. Because my mom used to do this in our house. Shut off all the lights, save electricity. Like, she was on you like nothing else if you left a light on in a room. Oh, he burned her. Victoria?
It's been almost 3 months since I've seen Vika. When I left Odessa, I knew we had a great connection, and we obviously liked each other very much. I can't say I was in love. I knew I liked her a lot. I've never felt that right away with anyone else, and I didn't want to lose that.
So it went all well while he was there. I guess he comes back and it kind of just falls to pieces. But long distance is definitely tough. Add in a little bit of a language barrier. I don't know. Maybe she was one of the ones that spoke English. I didn't really hear her, or I wasn't really paying that great of attention, to be honest.
After coming back home, I did not know I was in love with her until I seen the video the AFA had on their website from the summer tour. First time I seen it, I bawled my eyes out. That was when I knew. It just brought back everything. Because I knew exactly what she was doing. She was singing to me in Russian. It brought that back instantly.
Are we sure what she was singing? Because she might have been singing, "You stupid mother." Like, it could have been something awful she was singing to you. But it's alright if you think it was something beautiful. You keep that. I'm happy for you. I hope you and her live a very happy life, and I hope she cusses you out in another language a bunch of times.
I still can't watch it. I'll be there in 1 week today. I can't hardly sleep.
Oh shit. Every kiss begins with K.
I've been to Ukraine on 6 different trips over the course of about 9 years. I've probably dated 35 to 50 women that I met there, and all indications are that I have found someone that is truly serious about building a committed relationship and coming to the U.S.
Okay, so 50th time's a charm apparently for this guy.
So I leave on my 7th journey in 2 days, and we will be back together in about a week and a half.
Мы родители Инны, папа Виктор Григорьевич и мама Валентина Михайловна. У нас возраст выходит, знаете, как молодо замуж.
С
18 лет уже и пошло. А в нас же вот уже до 30 доходило.
Damn, they're calling 30 old? I'm 34. I'm old as dirt. Shit. You all think over there that I'm that damn old? I think I'm still doing pretty good. I'm pretty immature for my age, too.
Конечно, переживали, что ж она будет всю жизнь, ну, не замужняя, деток, уже внуков хотели, понимаете?
For Inna, I got her this engagement ring.
I so thought he was about to pull out a 9mm and be like, I got her this, because he's always wearing the NRA shirt, but it's a ring. Okay, so he's ready.
Дело в том, что я так скажу, я лично переживал. Далеко. Мы ж привыкли о детях заботиться, и вдруг наш цыпленок куда-то улетает. Это, конечно, для нас было как-то не очень приятно. Это ее решение. Так мы и жили. Вот. Хотя, конечно, переживали.
Okay, so the parents obviously going to be worried. If you're the guy and you really want to be a dick, you just say something like, don't worry, I'm her daddy now, and that's how you get punched in the face.
I can't wait to see you at the airport.
I will think about you. I will wait for you in airport and it's been okay.
I agree. I'll miss you until I see you at the airport.
Riveting conversation.
Goodbye. I really am looking forward to coming through that gate at the airport and looking into her eyes again and reconnect physically. I just want to hold her.
Sounds like he's trying to crash somebody's gates at the airport. Hey, Virginia, I could go see you.
Mixed feelings. I mean, sort of good that, you know, I met her. She's was a very attractive lady. Thinking that maybe something's going to happen, but still had that nagging feeling that something was wrong.
I mean, you left thinking you were engaged.
I left.
I was just in Virginia. I'm not even kidding. Like 2 hours ago, I was in Alexandria because I had to drop my car off for an inspection or whatever. I could go see this guy and take him somewhere and find him a wife if this ain't working out for him.
Thinking that we were going to get married. When I got back, we were corresponding very, very frequently. But every time I would ask her something personal, she just never answered the question.
It's
so
not her.
It really started bothering me. Eventually, I just gave up. I said, listen, you either got to answer the questions or that's it, I'm done. I don't want to talk to you anymore. So she sent me one final letter saying that she was hurt. You know, I wasn't the person she thought I was. I was like, well, okay. It was over.
So why did you propose to her knowing that something was wrong?
What was I going to lose at that point?
You don't think
About $10,000. So I think probably a little more than I'm comfortable with losing just to message somebody. But nowadays, you got Instagram, Tinder, you can be the Tinder swindler and all that. Maybe she's the Tinder swindler before him.
that he was misled or scammed?
I don't think so, but I'm not 100. I'm just not 100% sure yet. You know, I have my doubts.
Shut up.
So we removed the woman from the site, so we have taken her off.
You know, if she wasn't legit, he still hasn't made anything right by me. You know, I spent thousands of dollars, you know, just for the trip, the letter translations and photos. Thousands of dollars out of pocket for this.
All I can say is that we worry about us. We worry about a foreign affair, and we always try to do the best we possibly can for our clients. We always try to act ethically. If we find a problem, we try to work to resolve the problem. There's always going to be problems, but I think the measure of the company is how the company deals with the problems.
Okay, so basically what his comeback to that is, gotcha, sucker. You should have seen it coming. And I love how most guys get screwed over and it's like, you should have known better. Some woman gets screwed over and they're like, oh my God, how could you do that? It's just funny. It's a funny double standard. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just how it is.
Everything different.
Everything's bigger.
Bigger. Yeah.
Big trucks, bigger houses, big supermarkets.
Big love.
Yeah.
Did they make a fat joke?
Went to Uvalde this weekend with the main purpose of introducing Ina to my family and showing her a little bit of the town where I'm from and getting her to actually see and experience some of the things I've been telling her about.
Not a barbershop? Okay, I mean, it looks like a nice little country town, probably very different than what she's used to, because it seemed like they were in a city over there in Ukraine.
Okay.
How did your parents feel about you coming over here?
What think?
Yeah.
My parents?
Was it, well, I'm sure it was very hard for them.
Yeah, of course. My mom first time very cry, and when I was in Ukraine, just when we talk about it, always cry, and when I go, it's true. It was very difficult, of course. I don't imagine that. I did imagine that it was so difficult.
Bro, I miss the old cell phones and stuff they have on the table just because they were such pieces of crap. I miss the old red, white, and yellow things you plug, like the AV cables that you got on your like N64 and stuff. I'm showing how damn old I am, but I miss that stuff. I thought it was so fun. Now everybody's just got like a supercomputer in their pocket.
Was so backward. I grew up in a very small town, and I was scared to death of the world. I couldn't have gone to some other country.
Anyone that would make the effort to come to the United States from a country like Ukraine, it's got to be hard. Something really driving them to want to do that, to leave behind their family, the home, the only home they've known, all the familiarity.
I'm actually shocked, but from what I've been told from people that message me from this channel, like from different countries, they're like, when you're a little older over there in Germany, or if you've been married one time and you're divorced, it pretty much means you're damaged property over there. Getting remarried is very hard in the other countries. Over here in the US, not so hard, remarry, whatever. I just been told that they look at you as kind of like a lesser than if your marriage fell apart, because getting divorced isn't really a thing over there in Ukraine. At least that's what I think. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong.
Motivation could be either positive or negative. And, you know, fortunately, all that I've experienced, that she's here for all the right reasons.
He's showing us that video of her family. Our families are not that much different, you know. I could see they were doing the same kinds of things we do, and it's kind of the same place, you know. People they're more alike than they are diverse. So it's kind of two worlds together.
I like to think that way too. People are more alike and they just kind of want to keep us more divided because we're stronger together. If people just forgot their differences and were more together, everybody would hate each other a little less in the world. I feel like there's a lot of hate now.
It's a very big challenge, and it will take constant work. But so is every other relationship. Just as you get older, you have new challenges. You don't expect it.
How do you guys feel like this one? If your girl is taller than you when she puts on heels, are you asking her to wear slides all the time? Because something about feeling a little weird when your girl's like taller than you, I don't know. I'm a tall guy, so I've never experienced it, but I've heard guys say, if your heels make you taller than me, you ain't wearing no damn heels. Put on some flip-flops or something.
I think that people are old enough to make up their own minds, and they should be able to decide for themselves what they want to do with their lives. It's their business.
True.
I wouldn't intrude on that one way or another.
So the flags are up for Memorial Day, which is in about a week.
I want to have picture.
With the flags?
Yeah, with two flags.
A flex for the gram.
One of my biggest fears is this whole thing not working out. To me, this is for life. And that's what I'm certainly hoping for, and doing everything I know to see that that's how it goes.
You know, in small towns like that, everybody talks crap about everyone else. So I wonder what they're saying about the guy that went over to Ukraine to find a bride and bring her back. Because I bet that whole town's talking crap about him right now.
Well, I'm in Vienna right now. I'll be boarding here shortly, going to Odessa. Pretty excited. Can't wait to see Vika. Many people just assume that women from other countries are just looking to get into America for a green card and after money, and I believe there might be a few people out there like that, but I think the majority of the people that actually go through the process are fairly serious.
Wishful thinking. I think the majority is probably the people that just want out of like a bad situation, and I'm not mad at them for that. But I'm just saying, you're thinking the other way, just kind of I hope that it's not for you, because I really want this to work for you.
They're looking for love.
Hello, привет.
Look what Vika made me, balloons.
A wiener?
Vika. Vika wash clothes. No.
Смотри, у меня крем здесь. На дискотеке, окей? Когда я соберусь, Трэвис.
Well, this is my third day here with Vika. I don't know what to say. Not
Buddy, you swept me right off my feet.
quite as I expected. You know, I thought everything would be hunky-dory, and I think everything's going to be all right. Like I said, for some reason, something just doesn't seem right, but I think everything's going to be all right. You know, I guess I don't know what to say. On the last day, early in the morning, somebody was banging on the windows. One was a police officer, the other one was a loan shark. The police officer explained that she owed $4,000. And
oh shit, you just got set up. Oh no, this feels like a total setup, like they were in on this. I don't think there's any loan shark, I just think the idea was to get his dumb self over there and then set him up. This is so messed up. How did this turn into an episode of Dog the Bounty Hunter?
he said if we didn't pay it right away, that she'd have to go to jail. And I said, well, I don't have $4,000. He said, well, what do you have? I said, well, I have a couple $100. And he said, if you give us a couple $100, we won't put her in jail. So I just kind of agreed with them to make sure that I would get to the airport on time. I was hoping to formally get engaged, but everything kind of seemed fishy, so I decided not to.
Thank God he didn't still propose after that. You go on home, buddy, save a cow, milk a cowgirl, you better find one of those 6 in that damn town.
What's happening today?
Today, we're going to the Justice of the Peace for our legal marriage. That's not the dress you need to match.
You can get married at the H-E-B? Isn't that a grocery store? This is a wild little town. I need to move here. This sounds like a fun place to be. Never mind.
Мамочка, привет. Ничего, я уже оделась.
Оделась?
Ага.
А волосы приколола?
Да я ничего не буду, мне озвучивай, я ничего не буду закалывать тут это. Я так пойду. Нормально ж? Без всяких там, да, заколок ненужных. Смотри, сейчас тебе покажу. Видно?
Is that a wedding dress or a nightgown? I mean, it's pretty damn close.
А вы хоть покажете с женихом мне?
Конечно. Мам, давай только не без рыданий, хорошо?
Aw.
Ладно, дочь. Там тебе все время не дают.
Мама, тебя снимают сейчас, как ты плачешь.
Не надо. Не надо.
У нас до сих пор чуть-чуть дождь идет. Он то проходит, то опять идет.
Сказали, это дождь, дуже хорошо.
Я прочитала это как это. Одни пишут к деньгам, другие к детям.
Raining is a sign of money or kids? Well, shit, let it rain, buddy.
We're going to go with Eric and Inna. Okay, here we go. Greetings to friends and family. We're gathered here today to celebrate the lives of Eric and Inna, who will now be joined in marriage. Now, their marriage will be the intertwining of 2 life stories.
How do you guys feel about those shoes on wedding day? Hold on. Check those puppies out. That is styling.
Marriage. Now, their marriage will be the intertwining of 2 life stories.
I'm being a dick.
Eric, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, rich or poor, sickness and health, till death do you part?
I do.
Inna, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have to hold, for rich or for poor, and sickness and health, till death do you part?
I do.
There you go. So, by virtue of the authority vested in me by law as Justice of the Peace, Precinct 2, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Oh my god, he's eating her damn face. Hannibal Lecter? Oh, this is insane. I thought this was the last one to work. He's got her whole chin in his mouth. Look at that. I'm going to make you guys watch it again just because I think it's that damn funny. Oh, shit. up, buddy. She's gonna lose a filling.
At the end of The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy says something like this: I've learned that if what I'm looking for is not in my own backyard, then I didn't need it anyway. So I've learned some appreciation for the women back at home. Dating a woman now, and we actually dated before I went to the Ukraine. And then we broke up, and I think I had some areas of my life that I need to give on. I think she has some that she needs to give on.
Okay, so tell me you're having a midlife crisis and thought you could find something better without telling me it. That's what I'm getting from this.
A special person like that doesn't come around but so often.
He just stuck a digit in there.
After all this, I got depressed for a while. It definitely affected me. Finally worked through it. Pretty much stopped trying to date, anything like that, until just recently. I figured I might try it one more time.
Jesus, God, get off the damn... Can I even show that? I don't even know. Why are you back on this website after all the money you lost? Ratchet and Clank sounds like a better idea than me. Stick your damn thing in the dish tray for all I care. Just don't go back on this website.
This is her, huh?
Yeah, this is Vika. It's not the same as Julia, so I'm getting personal responses and actual, it looks like someone's actually putting some thought into the email.
Do you ever just feel like you're just writing a photo?
The cat does.
Would you say you're in love with Vika?
Right now, I don't know. I thought I was, and then...
What in the actual hell is wrong with you? The loan shark lover here gets like... he gets pretty much robbed for a couple $100, right? And if it were me... At least, but I'm a little more confident in myself. I would have said, don't let the cell door hit you on the ass on the way out. Like, I'm done. That would have been the line for me. I guess they just see an easy target in these guys because they're more insecure or whatever.
It's this money thing. It's completely the money. If it wasn't for the money, there'd be no doubt. It seems like it's gotten worse after this last trip. As far as asking for money. I've told her no more after this last trip. I'm to the point I'm just fed up with it. Because if we weren't going through the visa process, there's no way I'd keep going on with it.
Most people think it's the guy going over there, and they pick the woman.
They're not waiting to be picked. They want the same.
I mean, didn't they say the odds were like 100 to 10? I think you pretty much got your pick in that situation. And granted, they got to pick you too.
Relationship that every other woman wants. They don't want just anybody. They want someone that's right for them.
Your mother and father told us about a big development.
Really?
She's pregnant.
Yeah, that's true.
What is it?
Pregnant?
I could see her bulge. I just was not going to dare call her out on being pregnant and be wrong to my mostly female audience, because then I look like the biggest dick ever.
I'm pregnant. About 4 months. I have family, what I always imagine.
I've seen things in Eric that I've never seen before when he's with Emma. I'm so happy for him to have somebody to be with, somebody to do things with, somebody to love. You need.
Leave it to this guy to find a gun anywhere he goes.
need somebody to love and to love you.
Guys, it'll never, ever happen just sitting on your couch. Whether you go with us, you go somewhere with someone else, or you, I don't care, get on a plane, just go over there yourself. Put yourself in an opportunity to meet someone. Rob, Will, everybody, thank you very much. And we will see you in just 2 weeks with another great show. So until then, bye-bye.
What is love?
After watching this documentary, I got a new idea. It's Ratchet and Clank, and then HEB. What other thing? Milk and cows. That's love to me. I'm done with this one. I don't think any of these guys should try to go abroad again.
I will start to cry. Love, it's when you can say that I will just give my life for somebody. I think that's love.
That's how I feel too.
How does one find love?
Instagram.
I don't know. I think you have to be lucky to find it. You have to keep looking, and if you're lucky, you will find it. If not, some people will never find it.
I'll say you have to be looking and not have your guard up. Too many people have their guard up anymore, and it's just impossible to find anybody that way.
So you just need to keep looking.
That it? Aww. Looks like his dad. Okay, so 2012, 2011, 2012 it was filmed. Alright, well that's it for this one. It was a pretty fun documentary, just as I thought it would be. Too many people looking for love in the wrong places. I think everybody's lovable, and I think everybody's got somebody out there. It's just more opening yourself up to find somebody that people have trouble with today, because dating online is a lot harder than just finding somebody to hook up with, and I feel like so many people lean on that anymore. It's like, it's the way everybody meets now. It's totally changed, and I don't think you can build that much of a genuine connection online to people. Unless you're watching my channel, then I love you to death. I love all of you. So, but yeah, I think it's kind of hard for people to date nowadays. But to me, love is just, like I said, willing to put yourself in harm's way for someone else's happiness and wanting to protect them with every fiber of your being. So that's it for this one. Leave a like, leave a comment, and bye.